8:47 on a Friday. Beautiful start to the month of November. Last night was outstanding weather for Halloween. I broke out the Frankenstein costume. I put a photo up on my Instagram story at Pete Mundo. You can see it there. We had a Frankenstein, a witch, a pumpkin, a cat, and a bat. So what did you go out as, Mark? Did you dress up for the night with the girls, or are they past that at this point? They don't want Dad to embarrass them.
I dressed up just in my orange shirt that said, "This is my Halloween costume."
Oh,
so I
you're
didn't do anything
so
crazy.
clever.
Yeah.
You are so. Are you still going out with the girls, or are they old enough to do it on their own?
Yeah, I'm still going out with the girls.
Okay.
So we split the time, actually. So I stayed back with the baby, handed out candy, and then halfway through we switched.
Ah, very nice of you. Very nice of you. Okay, that's very good. Well, good job there, Dad. Producer Mark, Dad. And, if you want to see me in a goofy Frankenstein costume, that's on Instagram at Pete Mundo on the stories. How about you, John?
Had my peanut butter sandwich thing. Now, like the mayor, I'm not a good costume guy, but I mean, if they're going to print a piece of bread with peanut butter on it up there at the Spirit store, what the hell? I can wear that at least. Right?
Yeah, I've seen the
The
photos.
wife
You look
was
good.
jelly, yeah.
Yeah, you guys look good. It's
They've
a
got
nice
the
little
food
duo.
combo outfits, so, it's the least you can do.
Exactly right. Looking good as always. All right, it's that time of the week.
It's time to buy, sell,
How about a damn 12 and a half, 15?
and hold.
All right, give me a good buy, sell, hold there. John, what's on the rundown, brother?
Well, how about this one? Buy, sell, or hold Mark Cuban's comments on Republican women.
Well, I'm buying it. Now, here's why I'm buying it. I'm buying it because it's a thing that will help Donald Trump.
Sure.
That's why I'm buying it.
Yeah.
The comments were dopey. Mark Cuban goes on The View yesterday, and he has become a top surrogate for Kamala Harris. He is doing the rounds. He's going on the media shows, and he said this.
Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple.
Okay. Now, in an election down the home stretch where it's all about base turnout, driving out the base, both campaigns are doing this. You are going to hear that comment from Mark Cuban and Joe Biden's comment about garbage ad nauseum over the next 3-4 days. Because that one ticked off a lot of women. A lot of women were not happy with that yesterday. Kayleigh McEnany said this.
I had to take a breath before this because this is so profoundly offensive. I worked for Donald Trump. I consider myself a strong woman. I consider those around me strong women. Kellyanne Conway, Brooke Rollins, Ivanka Trump, Hope Hicks, Sarah Sanders. That's before we get to the women that Donald Trump elevated to very high levels, like Nikki Haley, who still supports him, like Amy Coney Barrett, who he put on the Supreme Court, or the women currently around him. Susie Wiles comes to mind, Caroline Leavitt. That is so offensive. And you know why? Because it's not just about the women who worked for him. He said the women around Donald Trump. This comes right after the Joe Biden garbage comment. Okay, the women around Donald Trump. What about the women who vote for Donald Trump? Are they weak? Are they dumb? Did Mark Cuban just insult any woman who supports Donald Trump? Because it's a little, very small step from that. And this is an official Harris campaign surrogate, Mark Cuban. That is misogynistic in my view. Get out of here, Mark Cuban. Kamala Harris, he's your surrogate. I want to hear from you. Do you agree the women are weak and ineffective? Whatever he said, get out of here. And I can't wait to hear from you, Kamala.
Wow, that is former Trump spokesperson Kayleigh McEnany on Fox News yesterday. And she was actually here in Kansas last year to be the keynote speaker at the Kansans for Life event. I had the chance to introduce her at that event, spent a couple of minutes talking to her. Very bright, sharp, certainly a strong woman. And that is something that's going to come back to bite Mark Cuban, and I think could end up biting Kamala Harris in the butt. And if you didn't see what he said last night, he tried to clarify it a little bit. Cuban said here on X, let's clarify something. This is what I said during a conversation about why Nikki Haley was not active in his campaign. Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple. They're intimidating to him. He doesn't like to be challenged by them. And, Nikki Haley will call him on his nonsense with reproductive rights and how he sees and treats and talks about women. He just can't have her around. It would not work. That is a total mischaracterization of what was said. I mean, those are the comments, but it doesn't make it any less insulting to say that he doesn't surround himself with strong women. I mean, yeah, he's not surrounding himself with Nikki Haley. because they don't see eye to eye on certain things. So why would he have her on the inner circle right now? Find me the person that Kamala Harris has in her tight inner circle who's dead set against her on a lot of things. Does that person exist? And don't tell me it's Liz Cheney. Please don't insult my intelligence and tell me it's Liz Cheney. It's not.
Mark Cuban doesn't surround himself with any women.
Well,
say they're imaginary. Apparently.
Well, he's too busy trying to look like Rosie O'Donnell, I think. Strange. Okay, and real quick, before we get to the next one, did you see Trump's response on X last night?
Let's hear it.
Mark Cuban is a really dumb guy.
See my fingers, see my thumb?
Who thinks he's hot stuff, but he's absolutely nothing. He's now out there saying, I don't surround myself with strong women. Actually, he's very wrong. I surround myself with the strongest of women, with the understanding that all women are great, whether strong or not strong. This guy's such a fool. He's constantly on television being critical, and only for the reason that I tuned him out completely while president because he called me incessantly. I told him very pointedly, quote, look, Mark, I've got a lot of things to do. I can't just be taking so many pointless calls from you, end quote. In any event, that affected him greatly because he's a very insecure guy, and in all caps, major loser. Always has been, always will be. Nobody likes him. Nobody respects him. And he's unattractive, both inside and out. It's not done, guys. He should go back to talk about the person he was forced to support because I didn't want it, lying Kamala Harris. Also, this is amazing, he's got no clubhead speed.
Now you've insulted the
Now
golf
you
game.
really
Now
got
you've
to
done
it. I may, in fact, be surrounded by the strongest women in the world, including heads of country who make Mark look like a baby. All strong women and women in general should be very angry about this weak man statement. Oh, I'm just throwing my phone on the table. That is just vintage. All right.
Mark Cuban's no Cary Grant, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. What's next?
Buy, sell, or hold the WNBA in Kansas City.
I will buy it. I will buy the WNBA in Kansas City. Apparently, the current ownership group is trying to land a WNBA expansion franchise. And the risk is very low. We're talking about using T-Mobile, most likely, not building some new stadium. Oh, yeah, new WNBA team means new stadium, means new taxes. If they want to use T-Mobile Center for, what, couple of dozen WNBA games, do you know off the top of your head, Mark, and I hate to put you on the spot, how many regular season games they play?
I think it would probably be about 15 home games.
Okay, that's not that bad. Yeah, 40 games, okay. So you're talking 20?
20 then,
all right,
yeah, probably.
Good job. That's 20 nights. Maybe you get a couple playoff games. That won't have a major impact on the concert schedule in this town. So sign me up. I'm good with it. If Patrick Mahomes and the current group wants to invest in a WNBA franchise for this town, I could see myself taking the girls down, watching a little women's hoops. Not saying it's going to be a great, profitable investment. The league lost $40 million last year, but it's not my money. So if somebody with a lot more wants to invest in it, be my guest. I won't lose a lot of sleep over it either way, John.
All right, buy, sell, or hold. Americans love crappy pizza.
Oh, I'm buying that too.
This is a big target.
Well, I saw this Sports Business Journal put this up. Mm-hmm. Top pizza chains by sales, total sales in 2023. Domino's did $9 billion in sales.
Wow.
They're number one. Pizza Hut, $5.6 billion. What do you think number 3 was after Domino's and Pizza Hut? Take a wild
John's.
guess. What do you think, Mark? You got a guess for me?
I would have said Papa John's too.
All right, they were 4th. Number 3, Little Caesars. $4.5 billion. Papa John's, $3.8 billion. And then you get to Marco's, Papa Murphy's, MOD, M-O-D. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, they've opened up in some of the little malls around here.
Hungry Howie's, Jets Pizza, and Round Table Pizza, rounding out the top 10.
No Casey's?
No Casey's on the list. At least that's a saving grace here. This is what, almost $20 billion in crappy pizza Americans buy every year?
Yeah. That includes New Yorkers and Chicagoans, I guess.
I guess. I'm just here to tell you.
Pizza in those towns. St. Louis got some good pizza.
There's a reason that we cook most of our pizza at home. I ain't eating this crap, okay? I mean, I don't think I have since I was drunk in college. And I'm going to try to keep it that way as much as I can.
Shout out to Providence Pizza in Grandview, good O&O.
Yes. John's looking for a free pie later tonight. That's why he did that.
I see that we're buying from chains, but I know there's some damn good O&Os in this city.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
In any city, right?
I mean, there's some great pizza around here. Yeah, I mean, very good pizza around here. You just got to find it. Just got to do a little work, okay? But Americans, it's indisputable, love crappy pizza, and I don't get it. Buy, sell, hold is over.